Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Juju. Everybody loves Juju. One two talk soup. The crash out. That's my nickname. The crash out. No. Hey, Two Love. How you doing, DC? Hey, chat. Like as you enter. Thank you, Two Love. Yes, absolutely. Like and subscribe as you enter. Come comment. Come comment for or against. Give me your takeaways. I really don't care. Um, I'm going to talk. I'm going to say my takeaways, my opinion, my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours. It's a game. At the end of the day, it's good hoops. It's good ball playing. Let me finish texting real quick. Uh, okay. So yeah, Jew. I was mentioning even prior to yesterday's game. Yeah, just a size of rebounding and shooting problem. But here's the thing. That's a great takeaway, by the way. Um, Very obvious, right? And it's cool. It's really good when you can spot what what needs to turn around or things that you need to fix. That's a great thing because when you do that, when you can say that, when you have that, um, you have you have a baseline of where you are and where you need to be and where you need to go. So that's cool. It's when you don't know what is going on and you don't know what to fix. That's when you're in trouble, right? But I'll tell you this, Tula. I'll tell you this from being there in person and watching it on the screen. Um, when you box out, which they do the fundamental, and I love that they box out really well. No one is grabbing the ball. I think that's what it was great boxing out and scuffling down there. And normally Raven goes and swoops those kind of loose balls up. She did it so well that she had about 11. But I'm gonna tell you something. This game had Delhi written all over it. He tried to give them a great scouting report. But even though he did, I saw the adjustments that Lindsey Gottlieb anticipated by showing him what he already knows that we do. They anticipated us to do this, and we did something totally different. And that's why you saw the slips with Viv, the slips with Laura. That's why you saw more of Malia getting under and scoring underneath. So as much as he tried to give away our game plan, which is kind of like, I guess that's her playing chess. Let's go steal somebody from her account. You can have bro, you know, because he did more coaching with her than he did with us. So his mind, he used to stand up, yell, and do those things. But when I saw him kind of sitting down and sitting back, I was like, bye bye, you're gone. I can't have no mole in my camp. So enjoy. This is why I need a big body. Certain matchups, like certain matchup, yeah. But Tula, I love that you're saying that, and we're not gonna get no slow big body like Okot that pretty much sat in the key 3 seconds, looked very lost, uncomfortable with the way the game was moving. I don't necessarily know that having a big body like a Beers, and you tell me what you think, or uh Lauren Betts is gonna really get me rebounds. You're gonna need to get. I mean, uh, you're gonna need to have a mobile. I'd rather have a mobile 6'4" person. Work a little bit more with our 6'5" the kid. What's up, Louie? What's up, Misty? Have a little bit mobility out of our person. I just don't want a big body clogging anything up and getting in the way. It's just a matter of when you box out, grab the board. Think about what I'm saying to him and then tell me what you think. What's up, Louie? I really here's the thing I'm gonna run through real quick because Miss D and I had a friendly wager. I don't even know the freaking fight song. I'm not even ready for the to do. I've lost the bet, and I got to do the fight song, and I should have been prepared because this isn't our year necessarily to win. But had they, I am so impressed with my Trojans. I'm cool playing in a neutral site. Um, hi Chicago, playing in a neutral site. For one, you're never gonna see us get blown out. Like we're not gonna give up. We're not gonna just roll over. I mean, it's gonna have to be some real like we just didn't improve somewhere down the line or something. But uh, oh you did okay. Yeah, can I come back? I have 24 hours to do this. Okay, I got 24. All of today to do this. I was popping up before I go back down to LA. Yeah, so Tulip, yeah, I'm thinking more. Tulip said, I'm thinking more next year, Juju. They have Satya to be the lead. Yes. Oh, I got you. Okay. It would be good to have a big body on the bench. Oh, yeah, for sure. I get you. But, I've been scouring and looking, unless there's, somebody that wants to transfer for TCU because he went and snatched up all the 6'6s and 6'5". Go look at their roster, Tulip, and tell me what you think. There's just God didn't make no big bodies. Oh, 6'7". My God said somebody go like this. 6'7". There's just no big bodies like that made in the world right now. You feel me? Cool. Miss D said that's cool. I didn't even catch that in the Discord this morning. Okay. Here's some keynotes. See, I don't like to give a title of my show and not kind of like touch on why I said it before I get going with you guys. So I'm going to say this. Here's my keynotes. But I do like the take that you said, Tulip, right? Everyone knows this next year. But here's the thing. I love my fight. I love what I see so far in my girls because I see it. I want you guys to make a mental note of what you see right now in November and what you're going to see later on. And I love the scheduling that Coach G put us up against. We're playing Notre Dame on Friday. At some point, December 13th, at Galen, we're going to play UConn. Okay, we played North Carolina State, got that out of the way. We played South Carolina, did as well as we could and should have. And I'm proud of that, very proud of it. I didn't like the quick 2 fouls on Jazzy at all. But I love that Jazzy had I'm glad that she had to face that gauntlet. I'm glad she had to see what it's like for the best in the country to come at her and for whatever, try to take her anointing away. You can't do it. It was good for her and for Ju to coach her up, love on her, rub on her. The baby's a freshman. She's from Oregon. She's not from Watts, okay? She's not, and Watts, and I'm not putting down Watts at all. Worked there 25 years. Serving the community and being a social worker as I was. Love the people. Love us. I love our resiliency. I love how the city burns down, we build it back up. City goes through another riot burning down, we build it back up. City goes through another fire, we build it back up. All that builds a certain toughness that you need, okay, on this court. So some of the keynotes yesterday was the final outcome was 69-52. The game was part of the Real SC matchup. A lot of people was like, we snatched her name back. No, goddammit. We said it was for 2 games. 2 games. Hey, Camilla, thank you for showing me some love and respect. You mentioned UConn as soon as I clicked in. I'm watching them now. Okay, they're on now. Cool. Keep us abreast of that score. Let me get through this real quick. USC entered the game ranked number 8, which is like 6 steps away from 2, right? South Carolina was ranked number 2. I think the game was more like a 15-point blowout. I mean, no, I wouldn't even say blowout. We was there to the third quarter, even more. Rebounding, something that Tulip said. The Gamecocks won the rebounding 56-32. That was a keynote, right? That was a major stat line. 56-32. That is so major. And Camilla and TK, that's how Jacob speaks of you a lot. You got to come up on my show. You're invited, okay? When I have links in, if you want to come on in. South Carolina had 44 points in the paint, leveraging their size and their inside game, right? I wrote this stuff down in advantage. USC shot 32.8 from the field, 1 for 14 from 3-point range. We got to work on that. We're going to clean that up. quarter by quarter momentum. South Carolina opened strong with a 9-2 run. Y'all remember that after the tip off, exploiting some of the USC turnovers. USC fought back in the second quarter, holding South Carolina to just a 26%, 27% shooting in that frame, even taking a 28-27 lead. We came back roaring because we can. But in the third quarter, South Carolina started to pull out, outscoring us 23-15. We had 15, you all had 23 in that quarter. We're still fighting, including a big contributions from Tessa because we was holding her down. I was not willing to let Tessa go, but there was others that we needed to contain. In the fourth quarter, the Trojans were held to just 7 points, so South Carolina closed out comfortably. Give you that. So standout performers: Joyce Edwards, 17 points, 10 rebounds, a double double with 2 blocks and 2 steals. She did her average, a little maybe 1 point less than her average. Raven had 14 points and 11 rebounds. This was great for Raven. It was good to see her do that. Fifth year senior, you better do something. Another double double. Yeah, I'm throwing shade. Tessa Johnson, 14-10 in the second half, including 2 threes in the third quarter that helped extend. She had to continue to fight through because we wasn't having it. We wasn't having it. Medina Okad had a season high 15 boards. And I think that's where Tulip is feeling like, yeah, she's a big body, can't do a whole lot more. She seems really like kind of new to the game to me. We played her before, so we didn't have like Clarice, our big body at 6'6", and Rhea and Kiki on her. So she got 15 boards. So that's probably where Tulip was like, yeah, one more big body on her, right? For USC, Kennedy Smith had a team high 12 points, 5 field goals, 4 assists, and 3 blocks. Great stat line. Good job, Ken Dog. And I seen some things with her getting aggressive offensively that I need to see more of with her. Kara Dunn had 10 points, team high, 5 rebounds. Kara Dunn needs to do what we hired her to do. Come there, be aggressive, look for your shot, stop deferring. There's no one to defer to. On our team, when you're a senior, you don't need to goddamn defer. Be like a London. Shit, London don't care. London goes off. Key takeaways. Here's my takeaway. Size matters. South Carolina's dominance and rebounds in the paint proved decisive. USC simply you just couldn't match up physicality inside. Inside, we did at times. We fought down there at times. We threw bodies at them. We threw bodies, and when our bodies like a Viv and a Laura and a Gerda and even a Yakia get tougher and get more balanced, but their athleticism was there. Okay, that's what Tulip is saying, and you're right, Tulip, with that. USC shooting woes were we our 3 pointers. We only made one 3 pointer, and then we only shot about 33% overall. So that kind of stalled when it mattered. Okay, the momentum we did keep it close. You got to admit that. I'm really proud of a 8th ranked team. Excuse me, keeping it close to a second-ranked team. But then South Carolina surged after halftime, and they created a gap on us. Uh, as noted by the coach, the we're still developing. Come on now. And this kind of game shows the potential, uh, both their potential and our limits. So Tulip, you spotted some of our limitations, and you also know about our potential. So I really think this was a great learning moment for my team. I took it as that. We signed up for it as that. Not originally. We originally signed up to really have a light, to really showdown, have a battle. The rain didn't help much either. There would have been way more people at the game from our standpoint. South Carolina fans showed up real well. You kept it classy. You're really nice people. A lot different than your fan base online. I'm gonna tell you that. Those were mature adults out there, and I mean, they were just happy to be there. I could tell, and it was like, I think you would have got a different experience in Galen with seeing some of the celebrities and seeing Juju. Like from where we were sitting, we couldn't really see Juju on the bench, but when Galen, I sit across from her, and then you can see all of the reactions, and you can see the bench. But um, I believe they had a really good time. I'm sorry that it's raining. If you don't leave LA today, you might be able to get a feel of our city and how wonderful it is, and you'll feel you can feel the vibe and the aura. Like we had a Tyler Creator festival that was supposed to take place at Dodger Stadium, and I met a girl at a restaurant in LA Live called Fixins, Kevin Johnson's restaurant, the basketball player. And I seen a lot of South Carolina people in there, USC people ready to throw down and shout out. And she told me, I met she was from New York. I told her to come give me a shout out on my channel, and she was just like, "What do I do now?" I said, "There's plenty to do. We have like plenty of lounges, plenty of bars that you could probably walk to within a couple of blocks of where we are now." And she said, I was here for the Tyler Creator concert at the Dodger Stadium, and it's flooded out. And I saw the pictures on they kept popping up on my phone. Dodger Stadium flooded out. I felt so bad. She flew all the way from New York. So after this game, it gave us a learning experience, okay, and moment. So how USC will handle physical rebounding, 3-point shooting, and pressure, and then what adjustments we'll need for the next game. Personally, personally, after what we experienced, we're gonna play a game on Tuesday that I'll be at against Portland at home at the Galen Center. If you're there, come give me a shout out. What's up, Ken from Twitter X? I met her and her mom from USC. Tina Greer was there that I talked to on my shows. She said came to say hello. Uh, People just recognize me from the show. They like the gear that I had on because I guess I had a shirt on yesterday that that a lot of people were like, "Where did you get that one?" There's a certain it's like this. It's a certain Juju gear. It didn't have Juju's signature like this one. You guys can see it didn't have a oh thank you. It didn't have her signature, and then it has her like a few photos on the back of her, and they thought that was cool. So that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to make sure that my title said keynotes of the game, and I wanted to give you them. Let me see what you guys are saying. Uh, hey, that's how this is. I hope you guys can hear this. Two up. The way the Trojans don't look like they were competitive. They don't look like. Oh no, that was just the opposite, Chicago. I got a lot of compliments on how competitive we were. If we weren't competitive, we would have, gotten tossed. She more athletic than you think. Oh, Medina. Yes, I mean when I say she's not athletic, I think what I mean like she kind of looked a little lost and confused, and then I had learned somewhere from one of y'all sites that she's fairly new to the game, and they had to talk her because she's new to that team, and just like we have to talk to Kara, and we have to talk to Gerda, and we have to talk to Yakea, we have to talk to them and kind of like show them, like they had to show her the Gamecock way, just learn the plays and things like that. She seemed kind of lost. Um, I hope I can come back later. Yes, for sure, Misty. I'm thinking the more next year, Juju, they will have some time, be the lean, athletic big to back up for certain matchups. It would be good to have a big body. Yes, absolutely. 200 pounder. I have a lot of concerns about the Trojans. Okay. Offensively, the defense is elite, and offensively, they look like they're one dimensional right now. Got you. I wouldn't think otherwise. The bigs for SoCal were fighting that point. I saw the work. Thank you, Louie. I, I I was really impressed with my Viv and Louie. They were down there and they're very athletic. Oh, there was some good ass stuff there. Oh, there were some good moments. Oh yes, yes, great moments in there. The shooting wasn't good. 1 for 14 for three. Yeah, yeah, we're working on that. The series is good for women's basketball. Thank you. So it's not done yet, guys. That's remember it's a 2 game series, a home and away. You can't claim that's like when we beat UConn at in regular season. Um, we can't just claim we're better. Then it goes into postseason, and then postseason they've got the record on us, right? Without you, right? So, but let's say, we got to play them at home. We got a chance. They're gonna have a chance to beat us at home like we beat them. So let us come back to Colonial next year. And I'm gonna tell you, we gotta have everything that we're gonna be coming with. We gotta come with it because I felt the roar of your fans for a moment when they first came and they were introduced and they came running in. Oh yeah, the crowd was like in one unison of a rah! It was like, yeah, that could be intimidating. But I don't think the Trojans were out yet, so they didn't feel it. South Carolina has a title until they play again. They have a title. Oh, okay, yeah, 1-0 until we play again. We'll do, Jew. Why did Gerda not get more minutes? I'm not sure. I think Gerda was kind of like ping ponging off of people. She wasn't like that. We needed more athleticism, uh, and we got that outside of Gerda. Jacob Jake rebounding wins championships. I always believed that. I've always believed that. Nation Alliance. Jacob Peril, what's up? Yes, ma'am. SoCal was in the game for most of the part. It was definitely competitive. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. 56-32 is an insurmountable team. It's too small this year. Next year, the whole lineup will be 6-1 plus. Tulip says scrappy, though. South Carolina continues to show why they're the team to beat in terms of those schools. Carolina is 4-0 against the Trojans. That's crazy to think. 4-0 from what? Years ago or something? I heard them say something about 3-0. We're not talking about years ago because I don't even. I think there's more games that we played than I don't know where they got that 3-0 from. Because I remember back in the day us beating them because before Don was around, they were crap until she came. How do you think you can get beat by a team that didn't play well offensively? I thought Jazzy was going to get in that. Well, first of all, you do know King Lion that they called 2 quick fouls on Jazzy. Were you watching the game? Literally, it was effed up because one of them she gets sandwiched and it was not her foul. She even looked like, what did I do? I even looked like, oh yeah, that's a foul on them. No, they specifically went to intimidate this freshman, a freshman. So they were so goddamn threatened that you had to take her out of the game. But you know what? That's gonna be a core memory from her. And when Juju finishes talking to her and working with her, yeah, try that shit when Juju comes. I hope you do key on her because you're gonna get burnt by everybody else. There's gonna not be a chance for people to key on Ju and pick on you and think you're going to take us out of our game because we got to have too many weapons next year. But even if we didn't, and we didn't have such a strong team, because, let's say Jew was on this team right now, that would have freed up and took away the attention so much off of Jazz. If it didn't, and Jazz had to sit down, Jude's the type of person like, okay, we're gonna keep trying to do this, but the more that South Carolina started to pull away, the more Juju was gonna have a bigger and bigger moment because she came to her city and she don't play about her city. She's not gonna let you come shit on her in her city. Okay? Just know that. And they know it and we know it. But I didn't want to bring her up and threaten with her big sister. You took it the way that Kennedy swatted Tanaya to the stands, and then Raven came back to pay Kennedy back is how we're gonna do you guys. The way you treated Jazzy is the way we're gonna come back, and she got the receipts on that. How you treat her little sister. The big body doesn't have to start Juju, but you should have an option off the roster. Absolutely. Even if it gets to a good couple of power fouls, and it's like, yeah. That's what I was hoping Laura was gonna do. I know what you're talking about. Gamecocks down on defense like they did the Clemson Tigers. Nah, the defense was even. Everybody saw that. The defense was there. The 3-point was MIA. Thank you, Louay. Thank you. It was a good game. Thank you. You can't come in here like downplaying us. You really can't because you allowed an 8th place team to hang with you. When we play Notre Dame on Friday. LG shouldn't play London. Oh, Lindsay. Uh, no, she didn't want to. She didn't. Jazzy was getting shooken up. She used to stay. This was like bang, 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 bang. But check out Jazzy though. That girl, she bad. She bad. She had some moments going down the hole. She juked somebody. Came for. I mean, there's some moves out there that left the y'all crowd like spinning. Malia did some shit on y'all. We was like making them on skates for a second. Like they was like, what? Wait, what? Like I see some stuff that I didn't even know they could do. So we wouldn't have had her out there as long like that for that. Not even playing point. It's because Jazzy, when you saw London go to point, that was supposed to be Jazzy. But Jazzy, she got to get out of her head. Okay, Julie, celebrity status. We know you be rocking the gear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okad has the goods for sure. Medina started playing. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Aisha. That's what I'm trying to say. She just you started playing basketball in 2020. That's only 5 years ago, you guys. And that's how it used to be back in the day. People didn't start playing till like high school and stuff like that. The kids are playing way younger than that now. Middle school. I started with the officials at 10 in the 80s. And that was pretty early, but I'd had a basketball in my hand since I was 3 or 4 or 5 years old. So I was always, if there was a such thing as playing up, that's what I did. I could play with the junior high school kids while I was in elementary. UConn won the second quarter, 23-6. So Tulip is not a close game with UConn? Nobody's slipping and tripping, right? USD still the team in the Big Ten, not UCLA. Whoa, thank you, Misty. I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta see. I'm glad we got to play you guys because that's gonna help prepare us to play a big UCLA. So I'm really glad that we got to see you guys early. Get to test ourselves. Get to feel what it's like to feel a big physical team. I mean, like you guys are crazy. Tessa was slapping and swinging like doing some crazy stuff on London. London stayed in her chest like, girl, what you doing? Like, like the defense can hot touch Lue. We can hot touch now. But all this, and then Raven was like pushing off, throwing off, making faces. I was like, oh, Raven, I was so disappointed. You looked at my girl Malia like, who is she? I was like, I didn't even know you talk stuff like that. I'm kind of like, nah, Ray, I thought you was a sweetheart, but that's cool though. That's cool. We'll see you soon, somewhere again. Nah, the raw. How did the crowd sound again? It was like rah. It was like they say South Carolina does travel. Yes, yes. TCU and NC should be fun. Yeah, I want to see that one too. Hey, Chicago King Lion, Aisha, yeah, Aisha Raw. It was like when they came running in, and I wasn't ready yet because I forget where I was going back to my seat. And I saw these big giants like boom, 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 boom. Did right, Jay? My godson is over here laughing. Did you see them big giants?
No,
they came in like what they say. Come tell them, Jace.
Like,
come tell them. Come tell them. Let me show you how South Carolina scared my godson. Come here. He didn't know what was going on. Tell him what you saw.
They came in, all I saw was just like 7-foot giants just coming in. I'm like, oh snap, we getting attacked. I thought it was over for us.
That's like, calm down. We got this.
I'm like, is we gonna make it?
He got a little scared. He got a little intimidated. And then on top of that, your crowd was like lit when they came in. Like, because they've been warming up. Then they leave and they come back, and then they leave and they come back. So people come. So then you're coming in, not the big introduction, but the shoot around. And they came running in, and it was like, whoa, whoa, and they just bouncing on the floor. And I was looking up Del Tack and Ocott. And I was just like, what the hell is this?
When they was announcing the players in our 6 6. I'm like, what?
But you know, we've seen 6-6 before. We've seen 6-7 with bets.
Oh yeah,
And Clarice was 6-6 last
mm,
year.
that was last year.
That's last year. They were not that. They played like they were supposed to. Yeah, yeah. I got TC for that game against North Carolina. Not North Carolina State. You meant North Carolina? Camilla TK TC or 8-3. Okay. UConn 65-35. Boo. Okay, Juju, aren't you a Gamecocks fan? Yeah, just not when they're playing. Right, 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 right. Just not when they're playing us because it's like a right now underdog thing. But I hate to keep saying this. It's like, yeah, but if Juju, I don't want to do that because I want to respect the players that I have now. It's a blowout. It was close to first quarter. Is that what Raven doing? Yeah, that's what Raven was doing. I was like, Raven, you just pissing me off right now. And then Don was like all in the ref's ear, and then the ref was up there missing some shit right here. So my people, we kept seeing you guys like you had about a lot of unforced turnovers. She wasn't pleased with, but I guess because she was trying to get them to stick to the game plan and to run plays. They don't look good when they play half court though. They don't really have they. I don't know. You know, transition was cool. We stopped the run out, so I was happy about that. Kirk came to watch AZ Bud, but is getting a whole front look at Sarah Strong showing out. Okay, glad the Gamecocks fans showed out, but it was dead. Looked like on TV. It was dead. Looked like on TV. Right, like they was there. They were really, really like. They enjoyed it. I think they were proud of us as well. It wasn't. They didn't seem to have like any animosity, and they seem to know their team very well. They know when it's time for them to turn up. They know when they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and they were. We were impressed when we turned up on you guys. You know what I'm saying? It was a battle. Like I got athleticism too. Oh, Jazzy snatching, stealing the ball way out of the air too. Kennedy throwing people to the stands. You guys attacking her like Raven and I can't remember who was on the other side. Joyce trying to like attack her. It was like some personal stuff. So you know, Joyce, you ain't gonna have Raven next year. I think too. I want to tell Malia if I ever see her. You forgot that Raven has a 6'2" wingspan, so be careful when you dribble on the ball in front of her. Yeah, NC State shortening North Carolina. London was doing the same thing even at the end of the game. Yeah, because she was pissed, Aisha, from what you didn't see her what Tessa was doing to her earlier. And Don was so busy talking to the black referee right here, he wasn't paying attention to what Tessa. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be controversial. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I've heard that Maddie and Tessa got into it. Okay, I didn't hear that from anybody personally that I know. That's the talk around town. And the way Tessa was doing doing London, I could see if I was guarding her in practice and Tessa was doing that bullshit, I probably would want to punch her in her face because she doing it so slick because it's like this and it's like this. You can do like this and you can do like this. She's damn near slapping you and shoving you. She goes boom 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 and shove London. But London's so strong, London wasn't like falling back. London was hanging like, what's up? Like, I can hot touch you. You can't get mad. That's a new thing. We don't arm bar. We don't arm bar. You went back to the way I grew up playing with the hot touch, okay? Not a two-handed touch. It cannot be a shove. It cannot be a move. It's a hot touch, y'all. That's the kind of basketball I love to play. Don't make me have to do this and then guard you. Okay? So when they was going at it, that's why London at the end you saw that a lot more clear. But Tessa, I seen her do it, and it kind of pissed me off a little bit. But it's basketball. But I could see if I was guarding her and putting myself in their shoes, I was like, oh, that would piss me off. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Maddie, but there's speculation and there's some pretty accurate speculation on that. Suspensions usually mean you're kind of like fighting. TCU or like some of the other ones, like you obviously know criminal things, right? Due to your team got beat, take the L. I am. I'm just giving my takeaway, my keynotes. I can do that, or else I can just say, hey, let's talk about something else and totally brush over it. I'm talking about it from my angle on my television show here, from a way that I can learn, we can learn. Because I particularly don't think we're ready, or I even would want to upset you guys from an eighth place to a second place vantage point. I don't want to be second in the country. They're not ready to be second in the country, and that's too much pressure. If y'all remember, I know you messed with me, Misty. That's why, but I'm still gonna address it though. Um, but that's why, like Notre Dame last year would be like they would get to number one or number two, or they took our spot last year, and then they went down to the Cayman Islands and got whooped by TCU and Utah. Or did this do? Or then they were like number one for one day, and North Carolina State stripped them, and TCU's and Florida State. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Let South Carolina gonna have it easy. Y'all gonna go to the Vegas tournament that I thought I was thinking about going to because it sounds pretty good. UCLA, Texas, North Carolina. South Carolina and Duke. Duke is looking like puke right now. Okay. Hey, Fee. That's what's up, Rosie. No. I didn't say I don't. I didn't. Don't quote me on it. I didn't say that Maddie was suspended indefinitely, unless there's something that I missed in the news. South Carolina fans, speak up. I didn't say indefinitely. Don Staley said from the last time I heard her that it's up to her. She's evaluating her ongoing, like right now, like day by day type of thing. Feel me? So it's up to Maddie to get that together. Because what I want to hear from South Carolina fans is when Raven and Tanaya are gone, who is your backcourt going to be? Are you guys recruited any backcourt? Yeah, Hannah or bust. Yeah, yeah, and it doesn't even need to be for Notre Dame to say yes and no. I mean, when she did that, she put a target on her back. I said, "You're not." I said, "You want to be Juju Watkins, but you're not. Okay, you're not built. You're not 6'2". You're not 100 and what did she say? She was 165 pounds. You're not strong. You don't have the moves that she have. So you don't want to be double teamed or triple teamed on her. You need to set up to be a playmaker. You need to get others involved because if they focus on you, Hannah, I said when they play the young silent swords, Olsen and Holloway over at Michigan, it's curtains because Neil Ivy, what are you doing? Stop focusing on player of the year. Just let it happen. If you're player of the year, just be player of the year. Don't play to be player of the year. Because sweetheart, Sarah Strong is it right now. What did I like most about what you saw from South Carolina? How was Coach Staley front and center? Coach Staley is exactly what you see um, on television. Uh, Even more so, I think I noticed that because some people question her X's and O's and her coaching, but no, I see it. She's actually a coach. Um, she has a certain way that she wants them to play. She holds them accountable. She holds the refs accountable. She she's a straight disciplinarian. She's very serious. She wasn't. I had an opportunity if I wanted to go meet her through a friend of mine, but I just wasn't in the mood. My face was not. I shouldn't have taken it as serious as I did. I think with my young team, and I've taken an opportunity, but I'll hopefully have another opportunity to meet her. Um, she's just Dawn. I remember. I mean, I've seen Dawn for a long time. She played for the Sparks, even though she was in LA. Like I've seen her for many, many years, but not in a coaching standpoint. I've never seen her up front like this, coaching in all her career. Honestly, just on TV. Um, so it was a pleasure to see her. I think she's a. I got a lot of respect for her now as a as a coach, and you could just feel that they respect. I don't know. They have a healthy respect for her team, her kids. I can see why Lay. Some of the facial expressions, some of the things that Lay did to her, I'm very like nobody else on that team would do. I don't think that Lay and her was a good fit because some of the stuff that I seen, those girls would never do. You could just tell the difference. Love you, Lay, but like God, dog, like wow, like like yesterday, if Lay was out there when they make mistakes and she has to snatch them out, or it's a teaching moment, or she switches something out, like Lay would have just made that whole situation worse because she would have taken the opportunity to show out in Los Angeles, and that's not what you need because we'll take advantage of that. And that's just my thoughts and opinion. Rosie, apparently, apparently Maryland has a good freshman in Addie Mack. Oh, I gotta check that out, Jacob. I think Maryland be a good matchup for us. I think Michigan in the Big Ten and UCLA will be a good matchup. Those are the ones that I'm worried of, that I'm knowing we're gonna be battling with. Duke don't have the same team. Man, let me tell you. Oh, Rosie said that was in the news. Okay. Rosie said that was in the news that it's indefinitely. Damn. So she made the decision. The reporting I read, she was suspended indefinitely. Dang. So that just happened. Tessa is using the vet moves out there, huh? It's basketball. The ref set the tone. London has to adjust the way the game is being called. Force the ref to make the call. Right. Absolutely, Louis. She didn't have a problem with it. I was just mentioning like them two was going at it, and I liked it because it was slowing. I didn't want Tessa to get into it and start. I didn't want you guys to have a complete game where Tessa's hot, like they take turns just beating up on us and beat us by 20, 30 points. I did not. We weren't gonna allow that. Jew, that's what I said. I know Hannah wants to show out with Jew being out, but she has to be mindful of the capabilities. Hannah has to get her team involved. I blame Neil for I fully TK fully. She got to, and she's. I'm sure now. Now because I was trying to, because they were blaming Hannah for everybody, kind of like wanting to leave or the team falling apart. And I was like, why? What happened? What did she do? Did she say something? But now that I get to see what's going on, like I kind of get an idea of why Miles would, or even Sweet Sony, Maddie, Leah too, Cobal, her, other than Cassandra Prosper, who she seems to be close to. I'm like, Hannah, like, we don't, it's, we don't need the Hannah show. It's not that, to me, it's not that entertaining to see you blow by, get a layup off of screens. Can you do this without your teammates? You need to get your teammates involved. You cannot hold it down against a South Carolina, UCLA. You probably can't even do that against us. And you damn sure can't even do it against North Carolina State or Michigan like you're trying to do. That's not going to win many games. It's exhausting. It's tiring. You're not even at the season is long. Can't play like that. Like for 40. How many ever games they play? Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry, guys. I had to clear my nose. So Sarah Strong is really showing out today. Is she planning on entering? TK, no, she ain't planning on entering the job early. She better hold strong so she can get another ass kicking from the Trojans. They done got us twice now in postseason. I need to get them back. Said that soon as the season started. That's what coach. That's what Gino said to Juju at the end of the game. And that elite first seed elite eight, NC close out the quarter well. Tell them to look. TCU 15-13. Thanks for the perspective. Thank you, Louie. I appreciate your perspective and all of you guys' perspective. I thought you was gonna come in here and try. I'm like, hold up. Now, last year I definitely gave some takes on what I thought my Trojans were gonna do. This year, I said I'm always, I felt that game, and I heard others. The Trojans had a winnable game because it wasn't like South Carolina played their best ball. But we really don't have that kind of maturity yet or core team. You know what I mean? It's not like they've been playing well with one another. Maybe they didn't have this, the starters. They were bench players that played along with Raven, but Raven was the only starter, like Kennedy was. So we're like a whole new team, both of us. So I'm really proud of Coach G and her coaching staff. I'm proud of Juju and her leadership. I'm proud of the girls in general being new. I don't think they're soft. I think they're pretty tough, but I think they need to more time to gel and trust each other and just more time. Because I think last year, including Jude, but we had a slow start with our shots falling. It's like you can tell you can tell what we're working on. That we're working on our weakness. We don't want to get killed in the interior. We're boxing out on the rebounds, but we're not grabbing the rebounds. Still trying to figure out our lineup a little bit, but overall, I see a lot of potential. I'm looking more forward to playing super well in the Big Ten, so that when we come out of the Big Ten and we go into postseason, that like by the time if we were to run into South Carolina down in March, then we look different than we look in November, and of course they're gonna look different. I get it, but it's always hard to beat a team twice. TK, TC, or Sherry and around Samuels has been good for North Carolina. Maryland's starting point guard is out for the season. What? Wait, hold up. Who? What? Yes, poor Lay, speedy recovery for. What are you talking about? They just wait. Maryland. Okay, Michael was coming back, and Bree McDaniel. And who was there? Who was the starting point guard for Maryland? Dang, they always get a. They always have like a tough break. That's good for us, shoot. That's good for us. Hell, that's probably why Michigan is moving up. I know they have an age restriction now, but the CBA may change that. That's why I made that remark. Okay, that's also Project B who has a different protocol. Yeah, that's true. I would. If I was 18, 19 year old, I know you can make a lot of money in college. The college giving you money, and with NIL offer that you get, right? Of course, your brands. Uh, but I wouldn't jump so fast to the pros because pros can be kind of lonely. You're not 21 years old yet, so when everybody goes out to drink and hang out and party, you're left. There's no one your age, you know. And what you gonna do? And then also you're more like on your own with your training and certain things. It can be kind of a lonely life, especially you go overseas. So enjoy college. I knew it was an ACL when I saw it, but I didn't want to say it. Did it just happen to him? Jude, what do you think will win the ACC? Ooh. I hear you, TK. The people said they're still negotiating. Yeah, I appreciate you mentioning the hand play, Jude, because it's something I saw in the game. I will start. Yeah, I want you to start paying attention to that more, and who the advantage is regarding that. I told Malia when I seen her after the first game, I saw her do the arm bar and take it off, but I yelled at her because I was courtside. I said, "Hot touch! Don't forget to do hot touch." And she told me she heard me and she remembered because I know this because when I played in the '80s, there were certain rule changes that took place mid my career, like several, from the ball changing. I talk about it all the time. From the going to this new chicken armbar thing, the clocks. Oh my gosh, there's like even more that I can't think of that are switching back. I hated it. I hated it. I hated the little ball. I hated the. I wanted you to hand check is what we call. I wanted you. I wanted to you because when I can feel where you are when you're touching me. What are your thoughts? Do you think the ladies should be able to enter early, or should they attain a degree first? I don't think it's important that about attaining a degree as much because you can get that online now. I think everybody should have a degree. Back in the day, it was really important. I didn't want people to go early because of the fact that growing up, I watched women's pro basketball, which I wanted to play. Uh, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, and then it wasn't paying much, right? You made when I tried out for the Sparks, they made like 30,000 for like 3 months. So obviously you had to go overseas, right? What do you do with the rest of the 9 months? So basically, having a degree. So that's why a lot of my friends would have a job and play for the Sparks, and then or you had to invest right, or they had to go overseas to compensate for the money. And living in California is pretty expensive, so you got to be able to afford to live here. They give you housing to a certain degree, but then after that, like it's kind of like on your own. So I think the question is, I think you should have the option. I think you should have the option to enter, and I think it's a very small percentage that should take that option, guys. Like, just don't willy nilly like take that option if you actually be lucky enough to get picked up and lose your eligibility. Like the guys, they're starting to like if they like this is one guy that was in the G League for 2 years and he was able to come back into college and play. And I was like, I thought that was like, wow, that was so fair because some guys leave and it's like you never hear from them again. Maybe they went overseas and they didn't fully develop and so on and so forth. So I was kind of glad to see that they got to keep their eligibility. That was amazing. Suarez can be a good Robin for Miles. Talking about on TCU? Okay. Man, Sarah Strong might have 40 points. I was wondering if Sarah was ever going to get her uh, score points up like to like 30 a game or something like that. Because I'm like, wow, she's being conservative with the amount of points that she scores, and as to be National Player of the Year, and as good as she is in that lower post position, I'd like to see her exert herself and be a lot more dominant and selfish in her points. Hey, Juju, you got to sing that song? Yeah, she said I get to do it later on, and she said she put it in the Discord, so I got to go see what she's talking about. I don't even know why I took the bet because I knew better, but I was really just trying to like I guess have a hot take. It's a team sport. Not sure what's so hard to understand that with Notre Dame and Hannah. I don't understand it either. Stop competing for Player of the Year. Let it just happen. I wonder what kind of work was done in the offseason to help Hannah trust her teammates and share the ball. It took them a long time, Louay, to even find the team, to get the team together, so they haven't been playing much. They couldn't have. Because I remember her being on live talking about, yeah, you going to come? Are you going to come? Yay! Like they were still putting together their team. All tied up, 22. Oh, and I go, I might have to check this one out. NC on fire now. I kind of like North Carolina. Ali Zabel is good. I don't want to see UConn without Gino. What made you say that, TK? What made you think that? You think something? Do you suspect Gino might step down soon? For real? Oh, I've been watching that man. Guys, I feel like I've been watching him for 30 years or so. Like, I'm watching him what? God, Hannah and Rebecca. Like it just seemed like forever, like half my life. It's a 24 piece now. We're going back and forth. Okay, cool, cool. Leah Bartley from Europe, ACL. Oh, Lay. That's my best friend when I was a childhood best friend's last first name. Man, I hate injuries. I hate injuries. Miss D, you better know she has some good blocks. You know she has some good. I hate that it was on Tanaya though, because I like Tanaya, but she took Tanaya out. Tanaya's so sweet, she didn't even trip. But you can tell Raymond made a mental note like we're gonna get her. You're gonna see that at one point. She said, "Stay with the NIL money." Yep, because you're only going to get 65,000 for 4 years in a W, right? Kennedy had nice bucks on Tanaya Latson, although that NIL money turns into endorsements when you enter the pros. Correct. Baby Jacob, baby. I have to. North Carolina 31-26 trigger playing well. I agree. The option. So is that North Carolina State you guys are talking about? Because Tilda Trigger is on North Carolina State. I agree the option should be there, but not many should choose it. Yes, yes. Not many should choose. That's it, Brazil. That's it. Yeah, Jude. MD lost the point guard in the last game against Townsend. The same game Michael returned, she went out. Damn. Sarah can, but Geno's system sometimes stops you. Yeah, yeah, Misty. Hannah regrets running over Olivia. She should have never let Olivia go. That was not okay. You was 3G League players that were able to go back. I think so, TK. I think so. And I kind of feel like brother guys. I just think women are smarter. We get our degrees and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, let them men back in. Let them back in to go back to college. But it wasn't fair to the college players that they got all of this development in the G League, and now you're coming back to college. Oh, okay. Oh, I want to see that. So that was since he stayed. My godson. I have a TV in front of me. He's playing Fortnite in my studio room. So I can't. I could have been able to see it. What you guys look at, and I have a TV across the way, so I can't do both. She do. She's overthinking their shots. Who's overthinking shots? I missed that, guys. She'll figure it out, but also downplays her bigs through her bigs. Yeah. I cursed her, Jew. Dang! You cursed her. She finished with 29 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 steals. Okay, Gino benched her. Yeah, he don't want her to get too big headed. Gino benched her. But see, it makes you have to be incredibly efficient, okay? And get yourself to the free throw line. Because if you know that you're, by average, going to play X amount of minutes, right, against certain teams, you got to be incredibly efficient if you want to score 29, 30 points. I averaged 29, 30 points before in my high school career. And it's just a matter, I knew, like, okay, you get this many this quarter, this many, you get this many steals, you get this many free throws. It's like, it's not hard. It's not all through my field goals. It's through other steals. It's through offensive rebounds. Of course, I didn't have 3 point, 2 point shots. So, and it's what you get each quarter, and then before you know it, it's 30. TCU at the end of the half. Okay, question, Tulip. Who do you got? Who do you think, honestly, from what you've seen in this half? Because I'm thinking about TCU and I'm thinking about NC State. Who do you think should win between TCU and NC State? Honestly, because I'll say this. I think NC State overall could be a very good team. I just don't know if they can be it early. Like they're gonna take you to the wire, but I think they could be. They gotta use they gotta be an IQ. They gotta use their head. Okay, don't go 1-on-1 so much. You got Samuels, you got Pierre, you got I like Trigger. You got two good guards, Sam Jones and what's her name? Zoe Brooks. You got too much firepower. Like I, I think North Carolina State, even though we got them, and I do believe we deserve to do what we did because we had to make a statement to the country. We're not an 18 ranked team, but North Carolina State also, you guys gotta also make a statement that you know how to hold on to the lead. So, okay, so you're rocking with okay, me too. Okay, so be beating TCU. Yeah, okay, TCU is okay, but maybe the 316. Okay, good. Whew, I was wondering. I have to test my basketball knowledge sometimes with you guys because I know you guys be, you're younger. You've been getting good with your takes and stuff. I know that, I think the coach Westmore is good. Um, I think if they listen a little more and they get Pierre in a lot better shape, uh, physically, and just acclimate it to their system, that's a good team. TCU is okay. Yeah, I think NC State is something about them. I think that they're, but I can't really tell you. I really wanted somebody to tell me what is Mark Campbell and Olivia Miles doing with all those over 6 foot, like huge center players that he had. Why did he steal all the over 6 foot players? What are they doing? Is she feeding them the ball? Are they getting boards? What is it? Can somebody tell me? Keep still. Oh. Yeah, but I want to know: are they? My godson's like feels like it's good to have that kind of height, especially with the way that Olivia is as a point guard. But is she passing the ball and are they scoring? They got Miles in there in a land of trees. He's, you stop that. You know good and well your basketball knowledge. Stop it. Oh, thank you. You provided me with many nuggets insight into the. Okay, all right. Cause I've been wondering, like, am I like being too? Some of you guys, like Louie, you're catching it, like you're catching the little nuggets, and then I think you probably taken something that I've said and really paid attention to it and noticed it uh, since you've been watching me over a year, and notice how it's translating and why it is impacting the game and what the difference is. So I appreciate you noticing a little bit, and that's how I come out to be able to make my eye test, and I make it this. I can without going into looking at analytics. Sometimes I match what I thought with the analytics, and I'm like spot on. Like if my brain could spit it out, what I think about true win shares, true scoring, pure scoring, rebounding percentage, usage, all that kind of stuff that I hear, the nerds talk about when it comes to analyzing the game. I'm right there. Like I can tell we're in the red here. I can tell we're in the green here. They're in the green or something like that without pulling, without really looking at it. I can just tell. Um, and then like I'm glad you're catching like the thank you top tier. That's kind of that's really good. That's really good. Did you say that? And just some of the insight. And sometimes I'm coming from a coach's standpoint, and sometimes I'm talking from a player's perspective, that from playing and being on the court and growing up playing all five positions, like just I'm talking about as a child, junior high, middle, uh, to high school, to college. Of course, I never played uh, a five or a power forward, but I when I tried three in college, it was very brutal down there. Yeah, it was very brutal. But I think I had joined the record books and rebounding, but I was like, I don't like it down here, like because I have a tendency to want to have a running start on my rebounds and to just vertically go up with them. I can do it, but my size at 5'8.5", maybe 140 at the time, 145. It cost. It was painful. W1 has game like that, but she usually tries to be helpful other ways. Tulip said most of them are tall for nothing. Okay, the final. Oh, you love it, Louie. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Uh, TK said 168 was the final score. Dang, they let them have 68 points. What do you think about that? That they had 100, but do you think Gina was happy with that, allowing another team to have 68? I think you're going to see a very close game with us at the Galen with UConn. I don't think they're going to blow us out. Okay, I think hopefully by December we've made some real uh, adjustments and growth. Tulip said plays well with that Johnson girl. You told me about. She's gone. Oh, what are you talking about? Did I told you about it? Or that Tulip told you about it? Did I told you about? You talking about the high schooler, Jai Johnson? They defense is suspect. Is it Jacob Perro? Which one? Heckle was on fire. She had a whole point. Jace, can I have that sweet tea out the refrigerator? I put it on the side of the door. She had a. I'm not even. I'm not even. Oh, so we're talking about the same one. Okay. Jai Johnson. Yes. She chose Vandy, right? Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I told her on Twitter, because she would like my post with the fan club, that whatever she chose, I would support her. Anybody from the Bay Area where I grew up, where I played ball and competed in sports in high school, wherever you go, I'm still gonna cheer. I'm gonna cheer you on. It's okay if you didn't choose us. It's like even if you leave as a Trojan and you go somewhere else, just leave quietly. Okay? Don't leave with slander. Don't try to say some slick shit, on the side. I don't want to hear it. Just go on your way. Avery, Heckle, AG, Dominic, Darius, go on your way. Because if you weren't happy, you didn't give it up. You didn't show it off. Like, and even Van Offen had a little bit to say. And I'm like, child, you got better and better as time went on, but your game didn't really fit our game plan. But there was times in there I was thankful for Tebow, but I never saw Tebow as a point. But I did like her because she was kind of a big point guard and she was tough. And every time we played UCLA, for the moments that we did, we really needed her. Yeah, so Vandy, so she went to Vanderbilt. I think that is. I think I can get. Oh, I think I can get why she chose Vanderbilt. Because of the fact that Michaela Blakes needs something, or she's just gonna be. Can you pull that a little bit closer? Mm-hmm. She's just gonna be a jackrabbit running around with her head chopped off. Scoring a bunch of points right there. Right there. So she really perfect. She really needed somebody like Jai, and then she still gotta wait for Jai to mature. Jai got some work to do. Dude, UConn plays very unselfish basketball. They have 30 assists. Wow. 30 assists. That's great. But they've always been like that. I mean, like Paige definitely played that way. But with 30 assists, and I don't know if you guys were joking, that did Heckle only have really 1 point? She didn't get no love out of that. She didn't try to shoot it. She's raw, not a big miss. We talking about Jai. She's raw. Yeah. If you talk about Jai, yeah, she is definitely, definitely raw. Definitely raw. And I appreciate that. That made my day, Louie, from you to say that my insights and you love my insights and I'm nailing it. I appreciate that. Why the heck will leave you? As she said, she looked good last year. She actually felt that she wanted a little bit more attention and development. Um, Hecko averaged 14 minutes, but sometimes Hecko was getting lost on defense for me, too much for me, and she was trying to force. I love some of her, you know, drives to the basket, steals of the ball. Sometimes she was just standing around too much and just kind of like she would get lost on defense. Like she couldn't fight through screens. She couldn't do certain things. Sometimes she wasn't where she was supposed to be. And so we would have to take her out, which sit down for a minute. Let me bring in so and so. We bring Tebow back in. We bring Malia back in. Watch what they're doing. Now she would come back in, and then she would do a good play. It was like that's how your minutes were going to be as a freshman because, you know, as a freshman, you're used to being on the court for your team the whole time, and you're used to being the superstar, and you're used to being able to shoot wherever you want on the court. You can't do that. You're not gonna roam around like that. It's like Papa. So, and then I think her and Avery knew that we had some players coming that eventually you're gonna have to compete and face if you don't improve to be better than a Sanaya or a Juju or people got to realize when Juju comes back, I'm not expecting her to see her on the court 33 minutes. Okay, I'm not expecting to see Juju like immediately be the Juju that she was, but because Juju is so far ahead anyway, and as an elite player, she's already like a step or two of levels of higher than everybody. Mm-hmm. So when she comes back, she's going to be right here. But knowing her, the way that I can observe her to be, she might surpass everything that I'm saying right now. Like come back and not, she's not going to come back until if you watch her program, you're going to get. She was an executive producer, so I go to the small business summit at School of Business at USC, and it had a different panels all day long, from agents to former Olympians, CFO. It was just a lot going on, like marketing. They're talking about sports. They're talking about Olympics in 2028, NILs, everything. So Taylor Rooks comes in with Juju, the director of On the Rise, uh, Amy Trash, like one of the woman who broke barriers. These are women who, like Juju and others, on that panel that were breaking barriers and what they were doing. And one of the things Juju said was she wanted to be authentic and she wanted to be vulnerable. She's very private. She's reserved. Uh, I think because she feels like it's hard being like the center of attention. And in a small way, I've been that before, like in an area of the Bay and others, and even now sometimes, like the way uh, God just makes you, and how people like I have people come to me like that have seen the show, or that I instantly can that have taken a liking to, and they've taken a liking to me, and it's really hard because when you're gonna get criticized a lot. Um, you're gonna get people just looking through your soul, like to everything you do. You're like, what about this and what about that? I wonder this. I wonder that. Oh, you ain't as good as you think you are. Like you're already competing with the voices in your head of insecurity. Now you're dealing with the fear of not living up to others' expectations. So basically, she never once she said it took her like time to come out in public, even come out in front of the majority of her family, like to come out of her comfort zone, to be vulnerable, to show cameras, to allow us to see her after surgery, to see her in her most vulnerable light. When little girls, literally kids, and some adults, we look at her like a superhero, literally. Like she has an aura about her for real. Like she just real. When she look, when I talk to her just briefly, seconds, it's like the way she connects with you in your eyes. You just immediately know that she's listening and she's paying attention and she's engaged with you as long as she could before she moves on and whatever she's talking about. Like she even looked for a second and made contact like, oh, I remember because I said, don't forget me, I'm Big Juju. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna be, I don't. Do you remember me from the first time I met you in the Bay Area? She's like, yeah. And so again, I show up, but I'm not dressed in my gear. I'm just dressed in a business casual, no hat on. And I caught her look from the stage, and I looked away, and I said, oh wait a minute. I could have said what's up if she would. I kind of felt like for a second she like okay, because she was scanning and she's looking, and she's like, who are those people? Me and my sis stood out. It was like in a room full of Caucasians and different races. So we kind of like you tend to look for your own people. Like, wow, okay, some people are here. I wonder who they are, what they do, right? My sister's like has a media company, and she's doing her thing, but she's also tall, slender, looks like, she's looks like a mature adult, but actually you could tell like, wow, I wonder if she played sports, and she was an Olympic hurdler. So you carry certain people just carry a presence, right? So when you're around her, you know you're around greatness, but she does try to make you feel comfortable. And I felt like on her show she was very vulnerable. She said she wanted to be authentic. She wanted to advocate for her story. At times they had to take a break because just like Coach G started to cry, there's moments where she started to cry. They opened up the show with immediately with what happened, and they came from the different camera angle because I've taken video, television, and film, and editing and so forth, and the angle that they took from behind is devastating. I've always seen it from a different angle, from the angle of where my seats actually are, and how she tumbled. But when you see it from behind, it's like, oh god, this is gross. Oh my god, like it's just immediately you're just like, oh. Her knee looked like a scarecrow. It just said, "Rah, rah, rah." And I was like, oh god, oh god. And then something I never heard before when they show it, you heard her screaming. You heard her screaming at the top of her lungs, like a cry, and it was just like, ugh. She don't deserve that. But it happened, and it happened for a reason. So we get to Kalina. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I did see the post where I had to transition out of that because it's gonna make me cry thinking about that poor kid. Uh, I did see the post where Jew, her family, Jazzy, everybody else, see like all the kids that are coming back from USC, they were like, "Come on home, come on, Kalina," like that. I was like, oh, and I was like, Kalina, if I was in a recruit and I got offers like they did, because my offers came like later. Uh, I did have some basketball in the fall, and then they didn't have a track team, or I would go get a track scholarship offer. They didn't have a basketball team, so I was in this weird phase for it was depressing. I didn't like it. I would declare early so that I don't have to deal with this crap anymore. Special K reminds me of Hannah, but better. But then Hannah's better and athletic, but Special K is so cold with the handles and so efficient with the three, and she's so smart with like I can't make heads and tails with Hannah on stuff. Like she don't know how to like she uses like her athleticism and speed to get around instead of holding people at bay, reading the room, reading the floor, and making the right play. Like Special K be making the right play, but then again, this is high school. I need to see Special K on the floor with real women. With real women. Oh, what did Pierre do now, TK? Lord have mercy. I love Juju. Looking forward to her returning stronger, even better. Can you imagine Juju even better? No, I actually think she'll be even better because I think she's going to play the game in a smarter way than she ever has, which is scary. Because I knew at 19 that she was still learning. But the way that she was talking to Jazzy yesterday, and she says she's not a coach, but she actually is a coach. I think she's thinking more like, well, I don't do draw up X's and O's. No, she actually was working and telling. You could just read her lips. What she was saying to Jazzy was correct. Jazzy had the tendency to do, I have this move too, where my ball is out like this because I'm quicker and I could go. But Jazzy has to remember people are coming from the left, the right, and it's like you're doing this to do this and bring it over, but you're not even paying attention to like you're not really feeling or sealing or really like doing a quick dribble turn around and bringing the ball into you, getting ready to go here to the other hand or whatever, or picking it up because they're right there. They seal her off, and she's getting looking clumsy right there. I'm like, this is not high school. That one move is not gonna do it. So Jew is trying to teach her, hey, you need to bring the ball back like this. You need a jab step, jab them off. Jab them off and step back and pull. Jab them off. If she gets that jab step, pulls back, comes up, and she shoots already at the top of her head, and she's already 6'3". Trust me, she's about 6'3". You don't you got that all day, Jazz. From the majority of people in the country, maybe half the players on South Carolina, but for the South Carolina probably like and UCLA probably UConn probably be the toughest people you're gonna play. Everybody else, you're gonna like perfect that. You are going to perfect that. And once you get it perfected, I don't care who it is, South Carolina, UConn, Texas, none of them are going to be able to stop you. TCU are hitting the heck out of those threes. Turn the ball over. Scary hours for sure. Oh yeah, Jersey, Crittenden or something like that. Addie, who? What's that? Okay, they're still available. Okay. What's taking Jersey so long? I wonder what Jersey's doing. Like, is it a money thing? Like, what is she negotiating? Like, I spoke to her last year. Oh, Addie Bourne, of course. Yeah, that's right. Right. I remember her over time. Jersey, like I told you guys before, like, I remember talking to her. She's like, don't, no, I could feel it. So I stopped her and I looked at her again. I said, oh, for real? She's like, I really don't know. I feel bad for her. I could tell how she's, because you're, but see, the thing is, it's not like my day. Once you made that decision, it was like we could transfer, but you had to sit out a year. Now it's kind of like you're not making that life decision so much because you could transfer. Yeah, Sanaya is about. Honestly, I say Sanaya 6'2" too, but I saw the picture the other day, and it looked like Sanaya was like, because she could still be growing. It looked like Sanaya was like 6'3", huh? You saw some different size. What they say, 6'1" or 6'2", but literally she looked even taller than that. She looked taller than, but see, Jazzy and Juju were on the corner of her, and they weren't really standing up straight, in my opinion, because Sanaya was straight up and down in the middle and looked taller than them. And when I see Jazzy in person, I've always said, so I have a picture next to Juju, so you can see that she's like, I'm here and she's here. But Jazzy, when I met her, it seemed like she was like here on me. So I was like, oh God, these girls, I can't even tell how tall they are. It's ridiculous. Yeah, she could get taller. Yeah, I, yeah, I stopped. When I was 16, I stopped. I wanted to keep going. My dad was 2.5, but my mom was like 5'3.5", something like that. So I just needed to be a little bit. I wanted to be like 5'10". That would have been perfect. We put 5'10" on my at a tournament one time. I was like, why did you do that? I'm not 5'10". Like, yeah, we gotta do that. We gotta, for, I was so oblivious to like scouts and all this. Like, what is that for? So the scouts can see you and track you and offer you, scholarship stuff. OM is Ant now. Who's OM? Olympic Miles. Olympic Miles. Are they winning? This is a good game. This must really be a good game. Let me go to it because Olivia gets her get back, but on a different team against NC State. Third quarter, TCU is beating NC State. The hell? Suarez 18 points, 13 for Miles, 4 for 12, 6 for 11. The whole starting, they only got, dang, Digby, you still in the bit? Okay, you got 0. Bashan got 0. The whole 1, 2, 3. The whole starters for TCU have scored. Trigger, Pierre 2 points. What's up with Sam Jones? Oh my God. Over 8. Okay, but Cox has scored. Collier, Luna, Quigley. Oh y'all. They're down by 11. That's not a lot. That's easy, right, to cut that. But damn. I think TCU might got this. Shout out Mark Campbell. Do you know who USC should target from high school? Who? Who, Tula? Tell me. From high school? Who? Cause I remember the overtime select girls. Tell me who you think, cause I want to know. I want to know, cause we work in stealth mode. We might already be doing it. North Carolina State's offense is not looking good right now. They're not. They're starting to fall apart. I don't like it. It's like they're so young. They're kind of like a little hot headed too. They need someone. They need a leader over there. They need someone that there's no leader. There's no one to kind of like, come on guys, come on. Sydney Sydney Bryant. She played basketball, huh? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find something out about her. Sydney Bryant. She plays. Oh, she's from California. She's from California. She plays for London Jones Old High School, Corona Centennial. She's a member of the class of 2026. Nice catch. 6'4". Okay, okay, okay. Center, multi-sport athlete, but okay. Okay, thank you for that. I got somebody I need to keep an eye on. Rebounder, okay. And she played volleyball, so you know she got that spring, y'all. Look at you, Tula. That's my dog over here snoring.
They can hear that?
Yeah, I don't know. They probably can. What a crazy bird. It says if USC is recruiting her or considering her, she could be a future Trojan worth covering. I want to see if USC is recruiting. Good catch to 6'3", but she's around 6'3", 6'4", but she seems kind of like thick. So that's cool. She's rated 93, a 4-star. I don't care. We'll take that. 4-star. Yeah, everybody don't gotta be a 5-star. We got so many 5-star, 98 ratings around us. For Hoop Girl, she's a 95 rating. ESPN. She's in the top 30, 40. Okay. So, some offers are from Houston, Kansas, Oklahoma,
Oklahoma.
Utah. Okay.
Okay.
Why is it? Or she made a visit twice to Oregon. Oregon's starting to look kind of good, y'all. She said she was impressed with the Kansas family feel. Rutgers visited. She visited Arizona, Utah. Okay, my mom would have worked so hard for 18 years knowing that she's comfortable. I'll become not only a better athlete, but a better human at the end of the day. So she's looking for that comfort level, that family relationship. Turn it down. Turn it down. Quick. She is balancing basketball and volleyball. She's very mobile, rebounding. I like this. I like that. I like that rebounding aspect, the volleyball aspect. I don't see that USC is on there. That volleyball is on. I don't see that volleyball is on her. I mean that USC is on the radar. The Wolfpack are not getting in position to get offensive rebounds. How could they with those big old trees over there at TCU? TCU defense. Hey, does TCU play South Carolina this year at all? Does anybody know? You said you hope she don't go to Rutgers or Utah. Oregon. I think Oregon's gonna build their program back up. I heard Oregon's look kind of good and gonna look good in the Big Ten. She started. I mean, quietly. I hope you know that win by West Virginia is not gonna be the last. Oh, I can turn it down. I was scrolling Instagram and that popped up. I'm gonna see Rutgers this year at home in Los Angeles. Wait, it popped up. Oh. She always make this face. Why she always make that face?
And that photo right there, she kind of looks like Tink.
Yeah, every time she has glasses on, you say that. Yeah.
Chat, Tink is my sister. My older sister.
Your older sister. We gotta find out how Tink is doing
Yeah.
in college. That's I know, but this is around the time when they take their midterms and stuff, and I want to know how she's doing in college right now. Not the pinky finger up while holding your cup is pimping. Who did that, Louie? Please don't say Olivia did that. Please don't say that Olivia Miles did that. I get it. She's a class earlier, but they want strong two-way player. Gigi is her. You know who Juju? You know who else Juju likes? You guys, she likes Gigi Banks. So, Kalina, if you want to go to Tennessee, which Carolyn Peck already let the cat out, we'll take Gigi Banks there. Oh, Ayo is another big that's available. Juju, she's 6'5", shot like it. Okay. If you're spilling the tea, you have to flex the pinky finger. I just told right. And I told you that was Carolyn Peck that did that. Okay, so 9 part. I Tula plays. She plays either for Navy or Army. And true, Jacob, we'll take some. We're gonna look. We can look at the portal too, guys. Okay, people gonna be jumping around, moving. All right. If you guys feel like we need that other piece. So what's the name again? Okay, FOPEAL. Okay. So how you be finding this stuff out? I find that kid from Corona. It's in my backyard.
What's in your backyard?
Like I didn't. I'm trying to think why I didn't know about Sidney Bryant.
I didn't know about Kobe Bryant. Is Sidney Bryant Kobe Bryant's daughter?
Gigi Bryant was,
I know.
she was gonna play for UConn though.
Oh.
That's where she wanted to. That's where she wanted to play.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Okay. Okay. So she's international. Sounds like okay. Exactly my point, Juju. Juju likes her, and Gigi is solid. If Gigi goes to SEC, she's going to be a menace. But if she goes to where LSU, is too much going on. We'll take care of her. We'll take care of her at USC. We have a great group of girls. Like they're not going to be having grade problems or behavioral criminal issues, and these girls are like not like that. Their personalities and their character and their integrity are very 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 chef kids. They're like the good kids. Not to say like their other ones are bad, but they're just not like smoking weed and all that kind of stuff.
Whoa.
Shout out to your nephew. I remember him holding it down at one of the games last year. My godson, did you just saw? You know my godson? He did it again. Like we were sitting courtside of that. The ball kept coming to him, so the ref, it's a referee you guys see all the time, this black lady. She was like, he need to be out here being a ball boy. They got too many adults doing that, like young man. And then she tossed the ball back to him. And then he tossed it back to her. Like we were waiting like during the timeout, and she's just talking to me, talking to him. And he's just like, then he shows up in the video with Hometown Heroes. Then he showed up in the video when Ju was getting her award. They took us at the end of the clip. They used the back of his jersey that had Watkins, and we knew it was him because he had a black T-shirt on. And I was just talking to him about keeping his neck clean because he had a nice fade. And I was like, you make sure you keep the back of your neck clean. Sure enough, it happened. I said, see, they used the back of the jersey and your whole backside like that for the end of the clip.
Guess what? I'm famous like that. They don't know it yet.
So I was on Twitter, so I hadn't been back to a game in a long time. So the Twitter fan club, you guys saw Jay. You saw my godson. They go, did he grow? He got taller. Like they paid attention that the year before he's right here in the photo with me. Then now he's like up here. Yeah, still growing. It's only 11.
No, I'm not.
You are 11. She just turned 11.
Ladies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm single.
Huh?
I'm single.
You're single? Yeah, of course you are. You better be.
I have both aura.
Shout out. Okay, Tula plays. I believe she was the third player in Juju's class. The third player, because it was Juju, Michaela.
Don't give up.
Who's the third player? I looked that one up. With today's resources, you really don't hear about academic probation anymore. Right. NC not playing well. There you go, Wolfpack. 6'7" got blocked by 5'6" got blocked by 5'7". Well, it was from behind, so it was one of those Caitlin blocks. The Wolfpack are getting more active in playing blocks on defense. Lego, good run for NC State. Pierre is that fourth quarter player. They do listen. That's what they do. He comes back, he makes an adjustment. Like you can't sleep on North Carolina State. They come back on you so quickly. If you have a slightest lead, they will battle their butts back, and then they take you down to overtime. Like I really thought we were going overtime. The crowd is buzzing now. Hold on, I need to find this. I was really impressed with my pit bull last night. She was not holding back. She was really going at them, little Malia. She was really like taking it amongst the trees, and even just like that reverse layup and stuff like that. Like she was not scared, and I love that. Pitty played flag ball, football, tackle football. It was. She played football. Like she's tough. She's tough, real tough. She ain't scared. Yeah, they watching this game. This game must be getting good. I'm still scrolling. I haven't really like. Hey y'all, I gotta get ready to get out of here though. But I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna get dressed and check out the game. But I really wanted to finish up some things. I just wanted to come up here and holler at you. Uh, Maybe we can come back later and talk about. It's gonna be late. The games today. TCU, maybe UConn or whatever. I gotta get my godson down through LA. Is it raining right now? Like, look on your phone and look at the weather.
Wait, my dad said we gotta go.
Yeah, this game sounds good, and I want to hear the. Thank you, Louie. Hey, Louie, don't be a stranger. Stop through, holla at me sometime. All of you guys, come back and holla. I know you guys are visiting other channels and you're doing great takes, but I miss TK. I want to see you, Louie. I want to see you. Come back in, hit that like button for me. Get me back up into the algorithm so that I can be able to pop up on the sideline and stuff like that. But come through, come holla at me. Say what's up. Tulip always come through. Always, you already know. And I appreciate you all of you, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys too, and I appreciate you really kind of like getting me back into this thing. I'm trying to get my life together. This helps me through, some grief aspects, and it's really cathartic for me. I really enjoy it talking to you guys, and I hope that I'm providing the insight that you guys enjoy, and try to give you like an accurate take from my experience and my knowledge. Okay, so from here on, watch that game, and let's see if NC State can come back. Peace, y'all.
This is Rizzo.